Welcome to Universal Peace Television, the channel BC Hoffman, FFN on YouTube. And I see if I switch from main to the other one, then the mic is not on. I don't know. I guess I'll have to add a microphone. I don't know. I'd have to check. Let's check that immediately. I guess I'll have to add a microphone. There's a 2-second delay. I'd have to check. Let's check that immediately. I guess I'll have to add a microphone. So if I now switch to tiny cam, 3, 2, 1. I'll quickly add a microphone to my other view. So the story is that I have a new computer, basically, new used computer, 80 bucks. And now I'm not seeing the mic. Now I see it, so now I know I have audio. And that is because the SSD drive disappeared again on Windows. If anybody knows how to fix that, please let me know, because it contains important files, lots of important files. Actually, it was my main drive, and I have been able to restore the drive before, but by erasing it with parted magic. It's a Vertex 4 SSD drive, and I've heard they're more unreliable. I'm also turning this off, but my broadcast should be better quality now, and my previous broadcasts have a lot of viewers. The SpaceX hoax video, though I am not claiming that I am convinced that it's a hoax like the Apollo moon landings. But I was going to talk about my computer problem fast to cover that what some people claim are the Florida shooting hoax, is the Florida shooting hoax. So basically I'll have to okay, now I have a microphone. I'll also do that to tiny cam. That's only one time. Voila. So then I can look at my writings. This is already installed. So the main problem at the moment is I can click on start, Windows search. This task view is also not responding, and this is not responding, notification area. So at the moment I'm using Launchy. Find and run robot is a bit more advanced. With Launchy I can search on something like OBS, and then I cannot right click on it to, for example, launch it in administrator mode. And with the find and run robot I might install that again, but this is working for now. So that's one problem caused by the X-Fi Xtreme Sound Blaster card, and I've been working on it for days to get it to work. Here you can see my operating system setup, etc. Perhaps it's best if I just cover this fast. I'm using default speech engine, Windows speech engine at the moment. I'll have to install my other voice. And people can install these voices for free in the new Windows 10 by going to language settings, and then there's a list online of voices that are installed. I've, for example, installed Chinese. I like the Hong Kong voice best. Let's see, there's this one. Let's see if it can read this.
Universal peace now. Spend that trillion on controlling the factors that control aging, not on revising the nuclear weapons.
Okay. I think it's quite soft. See if I can crank up the volume a bit. Well, it's also because I'm only using one set of speakers. The HDMI is not working. Lots of things are not working at the moment on my computer. But this voice, even the English is very good, and it reads Chinese characters as well. So that's fun to try. I'm not going to do that now, just read this stuff so you know what I'm talking about. And perhaps somebody can help me. So the main problem is when I start up the computer, also when I shut down, there's a message about, it's basically a driver that it cannot uninstall. I don't know if it was the official X-Fi software or something else. So perhaps there's a way to check out what it is basically. I cannot get to the new notifications. But I can get to security, but system maintenance is not showing it at the moment. That's also weird. And I made a new account, but then the problem also occurs, which is after a while the start menu and others don't function anymore. And another problem I have is that I cannot install this. If I run the ISO file, then it cannot install it, and the SFC scan now first didn't get any errors, but I did what was the other one, something with disk or something, DISM, DISM, and DISM DISM creators fall. Basically the result was I'm thinking here, well, to know the result we can read this, but I'm trying to give a quick overview, and this will just take a minute to read it. It seems like a lot, but it's not. Scan new. Oh yeah, an error 193 was the error. Might not even be in the text, but there's so many things. So I first want to fix it audio card, then I'm gonna try to fix the SD drive of the other computer to get my files back. Some of them are backed up, but my main writings, for example, are not backed up anywhere else, I think. But I'm not even sure of that. There's so many things, you know. Let's just read this fast. We can try that Chinese voice. That sounds like this.
Operating system. Windows Sub Pro 64-bit. CPU. Intel Core Duo 28400 千兆赫攝氏61度.
Oh.
Wolfdale J15
Okay, then I'll
technology.
check 0.
RAM.
P5KE, LGA775.
When connecting drive to ASUS,
I choose no because I do.
Okay, I'll use the Zero voice and switch off my own voice, of course. Let's see if this works.
Operating system. Windows 10 Pro 64-bit. CPU. Intel Core 2 Duo E8400 at 3.00 GHz 61 degrees Celsius. Wolfdale 45nm technology. RAM. 4.00 GB dual channel DDR2 at 400 MHz, 5-5-5-18. Motherboard. Agistec Computer Inc. P5KE, LGA775, 45 degrees Celsius. Graphics. CVTE TV, 1842x1036 at 60 Hz. 512 MB NVIDIA GeForce 8800 GT, ASU STEC Computer Inc. Storage 232 GB Seagate ST3250410 AS ATA device, SATA, 45 degrees Celsius. 111 GB ADATA SP550 ATA device, SSD, 40 degrees Celsius. 2794 GB Seagate ST3000DM0019YN166 ATA device, SATA, 43 degrees C. Optical drives. No optical disk drives detected. Audio. High definition audio device. When connecting drive to ASUS there was a message that the recycling bin was corrupted on the drive, and the question if I wanted to repair it. I choose no because I do not know if it sees the whole drive as the recycling bin. After that the drive disappeared from this PC section. Probably because it's a system drive so ASUS has no permission to read it. A fix that has worked for many people is to go in Device Manager and under IDE ATA/ATOPI controllers, delete both the Channel 0 and Channel 1 entries by uninstalling them. Then reboot the computer. The two things will be reinstalled and then your drive may show up. To bring my SSD drive back after the Windows Anniversary update, many people reported their partition was missing. I had to use Parted Magic and a bootloader, use UMI and ISO file to create bootable USB stick or CD. Taskbar hanging. Start by running the Start menu troubleshooter http://aka.ms/diagram_start menu. https://answers.microsoft.com/enus/windows/forum/windows_10windows_inst. The problem was caused by the Sound Blaster uninstaller not being able to uninstall the Sound Blaster app for the Sound Blaster X-Fi Xtreme audio sound card that I have not been able to get to work on two different P.cs on one of which it has worked for about a year. Bypass login screen NetBewiz 201802111. Installed the following Realtek driver, C:\users\Ulrich BC. Hoffman /downloads /drivers ASUS PC /audio trying Realtek /6305_Vista_Win7_PG537 C:\program files, x86, /common files /install shield /professional /runtime /09 /01 /intel 32. How to remove /cancel device install at reboot. 3 Go to path /local_machine /system /current control set /services /WPN user service. 4 Double click on start from the right side. 5 Change the value data to 4 then OK, done 130222018. 6
So lots of people have reported that they cannot install the software and that they couldn't update their Windows to the Creators Fall update because of the soundcard Creative, which is an older model basically. So it would be nice if somebody could make a driver that works for Windows 10. Others have also reported about this. One of these more recently well-known websites, perhaps if I recall the name then I'll let you know. But they also reported about it, so they also have this card. But then I'll just have to get another one basically, because this computer is better for broadcasting, it is a bit faster, so I want to make this work.
Reboot. Get Vertex working or backup. Change system language. Skype. Turn on fast boot. Change login picture. Turn off login screen. Install apps. Skype. OBS. Rainmeter. Driver booster iObit uninstaller smart defrag ASC. Malware bytes. Balabolka. Voices TDS. Launchy and or find and run robot. Ear trumpet. Image I. F.lux. Handbrake. VDJ. Volume 2. Drive gleam. Pot player. Glary disk space. Podium free. Audio grabber. Efficient calendar free. Cinchios. iFunbox. Jarte. Siphon. Bitterant. http://www.babelsoft.net/products.
Film critics might provide
https://www.windowscentral.com/how properly change system default language Windows 10. https://www.driverec.com/knowledge/how to change the system language in Windows 10. Try putting Vertex in old computer, boot to old Windows, advanced startup options, disk scan from C, prompt. Removing X-Fi Xtreme card problem. Event viewer. The UPS operation remove package async on Windows.miracast view _6.3.0.0_neutral_CW5N1H2T failed for user Ulrich BC. Hoffman, deployment remove operation with target volume C, on package Windows.miracast view _6.3.0.0_neutral_CW5N1H2T from, failed with error 0x80070490. See http://go.microsoft.com/fw link /link ID =2356160 for help diagnosing app deployment issues. Error, removal failed. Please contact your software vendor. Control panel /system and security /security and maintenance. C:/Windows /INF setupappy.dev log. Boot session, February 13, 2018 03:5631.494. Setup delete driver package. C:/Windows /SYSTEM32 /drivers tor /file repository /ADP80XX.INF_EFB36FD_EAT-BC8 right bracket. STO, not allowed to delete inbox driver package. Error equals 0x00000005. STO, failed to delete driver package from driver store. Error equals 0x00000005.
This is also interesting. Basically, Microsoft or Windows refers to this page here with this error. With Event Viewer I was able to retrieve the information. So it's quite hard, and I've attempted already to reinstall, but you cannot reinstall from save mode basically. So one option is putting the card in there, then I have access to the start menu and this and the rest again. At least for a little while, but usually then after a while it disappears again, then it gets the same problem again also with the card in it, I think, but I'm not certain. Like 90% certain about this. So let's continue reading. So this refers to a link that doesn't list that number error basically. It doesn't list 800. It must begin with 870, not 73. 870, 490. Well, in this error bed format is closest to it, I guess, qua number. So it would be nice if there would be some piece of software that you can run that fixes all these things that are supposed to work, the things that should normally function, etc. And then if you can also choose whether you want to install it or not. Perhaps it exists, and any tips are welcome. Please contact me via Skype, prologic999 on Skype, or leave a comment in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. I know it's quite boring, but if people are trying to fix this themselves, then I might give them tips that would solve it for them as well. So I'm trying to get knowledge, but also share knowledge. Also about how to survive the plans of the depopulators.
This tip resolved my issue. Winky and R. Type services.msc. Click Windows Installer. Click Start. I rebooted. Message no longer popped up in Action Center. Event Viewer. Misconfig. Regedit. Misinfo32. Services.msc. Usreset.exe. Netpowiz.msc. Services.msc. Uninstall unremovable drivers. Total service and driver control free download.
So these are the names of useful applications that many people use regularly. And the way that works is you can use, for example, msconfig like this. Right click on this start menu. For me it doesn't work at the moment. Usually right clicking on this works, though normal click doesn't work, but that doesn't work anymore. But then you get a menu and the last one is run, and if you click on run and paste the name, these names, then you get applications you can use. It doesn't do anything yet. Perhaps WS reset, I'd have to check that, but you can Google it also. So these are interesting ones to remember, so that you can fix your PC yourself or help others. So let's continue.
tsdc.exe. Created new user account 20180215437. Now looking for a method to transfer the program settings and Windows settings. Turning off firewall and antivirus on both accounts, attempting to do it with ease. US Toto PC trans free. 201802115SFC/scano. Though previous scans did not find any errors previous times, now it seems to have fixed the start menu, search windows, and notification icon functions again. The icons were unresponsive when I clicked on them, which was the reason to create a second user for me, which worked for a while, but then it started to attempt to install or uninstall the Sound Blaster X-Fi Xtreme audio sound card. SFC/scano now found corrupt files which it did not earlier on. I let the computer do system maintenance all night. Control panel /system and security and maintenance, start maintenance, also in the control panel /all.
Another tip, if you have an SSD drive, is to turn off the defrag. They shouldn't be defragged, I've read online. So many people buy one used and they don't know anything. They think it's just like any other hard disk, basically. So that's easy to turn off. You can find that online as well, with Google or any other search engine like DuckDuckGo if you want to browse anonymously. But the question is, what do they do with all that data, you know? Who has access? And it's not as interesting as brain control with synthetic telepathy as described in the Malich patent, and control of emotions as well, time travel, and controlling the factors that control aging. Otherwise we're all gonna die if we don't do that in time. So these are just some better ideas that may be more interesting to look at than many other subjects. So instead of $1 trillion on more nuclear weapons, I'm for spending that on controlling the factors that control aging. There is no hereafter, so if we die, that's for the rest of eternity. And it's nothingness, so we won't perceive it. So if we are ever resurrected, which many people hope, of course, because they have a natural fear of death because of evolution, then it will not be noticed by us. It's like we die, we don't notice being dead, and then we're resurrected. So it's like immediately becoming a sperm cell.
Control panel items / troubleshoot computer problems when view all is clicked under system maintenance. Windows Resource Protection found corrupt files but was unable to fix some of them. Details are included in the cbs.log winder /logs /cbs/cbs.log. 4. Example C:\windows /logs /cbs/cbs.log. Note that logging is currently not supported in offline servicing scenarios. Doing a shutdown to check if the message stays away and then DISM.
So another useful tip would be you can open, for example, security and maintenance with the launchy if nothing else works. And you can do various types of troubleshooting. Find and fix problems. But it's best to click on this one and then you can view all. These are all types of troubleshooting there are. Checking if there's one that I could do now that could perhaps fix it. Playing audio perhaps. Let's see that, and then we can click advanced, apply repairs automatically. Well, you could argue it makes more sense to turn it off, but I doubt if it finds anything. Because it has more to do with the automatic install. No, the card is not listed, it's not installed. Power, that also didn't help, it fixed 2 other things. Program compatibility troubleshooter perhaps. Ooh, the program's file location. I don't really know. The problem is, I think that I removed it. I test the compatibility of the programs basically, so that's not gonna help. We can do system maintenance again. Nope. A cool new feed reader. This one is called RSS feeds, and this one is multi-feed, and this is of course vCloud Weather 2, which is very cool. And you can see everything, the moon phase, and this is all part of Rainmeter. So these are these online skins. They use very little CPU. Here you see the CPU usage, which is high at the moment because of the broadcast, but it's only 43%, so I can easily run other apps. But for now, this is it for this broadcast. I'm gonna have to try. Perhaps I'm gonna try to reinstall Windows by putting it on SD card. Another problem I'm having is that my CD-ROM drive seems to function well, but no disk is detected when I put it in the drive. It starts spinning and does everything. So I basically, with this thing with the SD drive, everything went wrong every step of the way. It was really quite horrible. So I've already described how I'm gonna try to bring back the other SD drive. But I want to keep on using this computer, and that's a system drive, so then I'll have to copy the information to another drive, and then I can use this computer, which I hope has a more reliable SSD drive. Otherwise it wouldn't be this fast. It's just 3 GHz, which is a bit faster than the other one, but these things are for sale for like $100 if you search around a little bit. For an SD drive computer with Windows 10 on it, then you're bound to find one. So yeah, I'm gonna do the other broadcast covering an article of knowthisinfo.com. So you can see that in the next broadcast. I'm still gonna prepare that with a thumbnail, and perhaps also use some better trigger words, or what do they call them, for universal peace. Controls stop streaming. Right.